homes have all deserted. I've changed my face, I've changed my name, but no one wants you when you lose.
Don't give up, 'cause you have me. Don't give up, you're not beaten yet. Don't give up, I know you can make it.
Though I saw it all around, never thought that I could be affected. Thought that we'd be last to go.
Wow. Tire flashes. We got tire flashes. I think we got a tornado on the ground, folks. That's a tornado on the ground. Holy cow. You the roar of it. Winds are going the opposite direction. Wow.
Can you believe this?
Brianna Glisson still hasn't figured out how she and her 2 children are alive.
When I opened my eyes and looked around, I had no idea where I was. None. All I could do was stand up and scream for help and try to find someone to help me and my kids.
She's piecing together the memories of the tornado striking her home in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. The only place to hide was in a bed with her 4- and 2-year-old children clutched under her arms. She says that saved her kids' lives. That's when the windows exploded and the roof collapsed on her, crushing her arms.
And then after that, in a millisecond, we were no longer in the bed or in our house. We were on the ground all the way over there somewhere,
Like on the other side of those cars?
like over this rubble on the ground in mud with absolutely nothing near us.
So you flew from this spot right here,
All the way
over
over.
that rubble over there. So this was the area.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably close to 200 feet away.
I think being on the mattress saved us because for the most part of flying through the air, we weren't just flying through the air, we were on the bed.
That's one of the most unbelievable things I've ever heard anybody surviving.
It's insane. I can't believe that me and my kids are okay. I can't believe that there's no broken bones on my children.
They were all cut and bleeding, but she remembers neighbors helping her into a basement.
Thank you so much for helping us. Thank you so much. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Girl, boy.
I have a head injury, though. I have a head injury.
Let's see.
In my face. My arm is broken.
I'm glad you're all right.
Thank you. Thank you for helping us.
That's what we do.
Hey, what you doing?
With nowhere to live, Brianna Glisson and her family are in a motel room. Glisson says her children both have special needs, that require her full-time attention, so she isn't working outside of the home. Her mother lives with them, and her job pays the bills.
We've been given clothes, we've been given blankets and food, but we have nowhere to go.
They told us they don't have home insurance, and the little savings they have is paying for a few nights in this motel.
I'm not okay. Like, 1 minute I'm sitting here and I'm smiling, and 1 minute I'm bawling my eyes out. We are extremely lucky to be alive because we were flown through the air, and that our neighbors passed away right next to us.
The Glissons are one of the hundreds of families in Dawson Springs that will struggle to recover. The mayor here says about a third of the city's population of 2,500 lives below the poverty line.
There's going to be a lot of them that don't have any insurance. They live from month to month on a Social Security check or whatever they can get.
Getting through this is going to be tough for them.
It'll be very tough, very tough.
You can see the bruises and scars from the storm all over Brianna Glisson, but the wounds to her life from this tornado cut much deeper. How are you emotionally?
I'm tore up. I've lost absolute.
He might be without power, heat, and electricity for several more weeks. The destruction of the town's vital infrastructure comes at a time where temperatures do dip below freezing later this week. And as the town cleans up and rebuilds, residents are sharing some harrowing stories of survival. Rutabaga Shabazi is live now in Mayfield with the story of one woman who survived. This is despite being thrown into the woods while hiding inside of her bathtub, Rutabaga.
Yeah, Adrian, good morning to all of you. If we give you a quick look around, I just want to give you the lay of the land quickly to show you where we are and the force of that tornado, the damage it left behind. And now I want to introduce you to Jasmine Parrott. She is an amazing young woman, and we're actually going to crouch down because her leg is in a cast. She was injured in the tornado, thrown in her bathtub into the woods. So thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate hearing your story. Tell us what happened. Tell us what you went through. You were alone in your apartment about 5 minutes from here.
Yeah, so pretty much I was doing what I normally do, laying in bed, watching TV. My mom and my sister called me and told me that I needed to get somewhere safe. So the only place that I could think of was the bathtub. That's where I went. I got down, covered my head. The power was going in and out, and then eventually it just went out completely. So I knew right then and there something was about to happen. I heard a loud noise. It sounded like a train. So then that's when it hit me, and that's whenever I guess my bathtub flipped over, and I just kept like rolling over.
So you were rolling around?
Yeah, I just was rolling. Yeah, I was literally just rolling around in the bathtub, and then eventually it threw me out. It threw me so far, like my car is in my living room, so I ended up in the woods. Whenever I woke up and finally got up, I was far away from my house. So, and then I made my way to my neighbors across from me. Their apartments didn't get hit. So
were you just crawling because we saw the injuries on your leg? And
no, I was crawling whenever I dug myself out. And somehow my phone lit up, so I grabbed my phone, and then I kind of like sat there for a minute because I was like, is this real? Like, where am I? I had so much debris and stuff in my eyes, like they were covered, I could barely see. And then I walked through my living room, past my car, onto the sidewalk, and made it to my neighbors.
What was going through your head in those moments? You know, sometimes when something like that happens, everything feels like it's in slow motion, and it just slows down. You're kind of outside your body. Is that what it felt like?
Yeah, I honestly thought that I was going to die. Like, if my neighbor, because I didn't see anyone around. Like, I didn't see, it was so dark. There was no one around. I heard someone screaming for help, but I'm pretty sure she was buried under the stuff, like kind of down there where I was. I couldn't get to her. So I seen that the neighbors across from me, like our building, it's completely gone. Theirs is still standing. So I just made my way over there and I knocked on the door. One lady, she didn't come to the door because she wasn't home. So finally, let me in. And she was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And she seen that I was bleeding because I didn't even know I was bleeding until I got
in shock.
Yeah, I think I was. I'm pretty sure I was. I was losing a lot of blood.
And how are you doing right now?
I really haven't slept in a few days. Every noise that I hear, it scares me. I don't know.
We are so sorry for what you went through, and I'm so happy to see you here, that you are alive and well. You have staples in your hand, you have a cast on your foot, stitches in your face, it looks like.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you taking the time. I know it's not easy. Thank you.
Adrian? Oh, Rutabaga, thank you so much for bringing us that interview. What a story. And again, thankful to be alive.